What's good, family? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Now, understand this is a very powerful video for the men. Every man needs to get himself some zinc, all right? Now, this is something I've been taking for a long time. The daily requirement for a man is 11 milligrams of zinc, all right? When you bust a nut or you ejaculate or you release, when you empty that clip, you release around 5 milligrams of zinc, right? And most men know when you release, you don't have that instant motivation as you do when you hold, right? You lose that motivation, but the secret is you can gain that motivation back just by not being zinc deficient, all right? Now, I used to be a semen retention freak when I was younger. When I was 18, 19, I was like, oh my God, I'm semen retention. I was going this shit for 2 years. I was like a god, right? But once I realized like it's just a mineral that your body loses, I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? But I still hold, but I'm saying I don't like, you gotta have balance. A lot of men are looking for that balance. When you have zinc in your daily cabinet, you will have that balance. Even if your testosterone goes down, even if you're trying to get your girl pregnant, right? That zinc will replenish that for you, right? Zinc is the number one mineral for testosterone, along with things like magnesium and selenium, right? So it's a lot of different minerals that help build that sex hormone, what they call testosterone. It helps build that focus, that ambition. A man's testosterone's high when he see he's ambitious, right? When he see he's motivated, when you see he's grounded. When a man's grounded, high testosterone. When you see a man spacey and he looks demotivated and he looks kind of like in his feminine energy all the time, he has low testosterone, right? So basically, testosterone is a man's power, right? You know, estrogen is a man's kryptonite. Okay, so you need to get you some testosterone as a man. Like I said, I don't promote releasing all that stuff, but you still need that in your cabinet in case you do. All right, you know damn well when you have your fine girl, some fine shit around you, you know damn well it's like, hey, sometimes you be releasing and it don't be happening. You don't mean I don't, you know what I'm saying? Most of the times, you know, you might want to do some freaky shit. So it's always good to have that backup plan. So, you know, I take mine daily, every single day. When I take it, I might get agitated because my testosterone's already high. But it's like, I understand that agitation is not bad. Agitation, if you transmute that right, it's motivation, right? So you guys got to understand that agitation, when you, people be like, oh, people be like saying that they get high testosterone and they get angry and aggressive. Bro, that's not bad. You're supposed to transmute that to motivation. You're not supposed to, like that's good. When I get agitated, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna transmute that to the gym. I'm gonna go, because if you go in the gym right now and you're agitated, you're gonna tear that gym up. But if you go in the gym and you're like, you moody like this, you know, you looking like an old man. Yeah, you ain't gonna really tear the gym up. You ain't gonna tear that back up. You ain't gonna put that. So you gotta have the agitation in you a little bit, right? That high testosterone men have a little bit agitation. I'm not saying too much, but if you really are agitated about everything, your testosterone's high as hell. I'm not saying complain. Agitated means like you have this fire in you where you're like, you don't really want to like, you just want to do something. Like when you want to do something, that's testosterone. Testosterone's action, right? You want to make content. You want to go out there and box. That's action. That's testosterone. When you don't want to do nothing, you want to stay in the home all day and watch movies and shit. Testosterone's low, right? And there's nothing wrong with it being low once in a blue moon, but I don't recommend it because it all depends on what you want to manifest, right? I'm not here to judge nobody. You have to understand, when you're around a lot of estrogen, when you're around your goddess or your girl or your woman or your wife, what's going to happen is that the estrogen of her will start to mess with your testosterone, right? Especially if you live with her. If you live with a woman, oh yeah, you got to take zinc, bro, because it's like you're going to eventually become super, 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 super soft. Right, so much to the point where the contrast dies a little bit, right? You got to keep that testosterone there. Do not let these feminists, toxic, dark Lilith, you know, dominating feminists like dominate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing. Like this new movement, you see Lil Uzi, NBA YoungBoy, you see NOE Chopper. All of them got their nails painted. Before you know, your favorite rapper's gonna have his nails painted too. They're gonna have purses. Every rapper eventually is gonna turn feminine. All right, this is my prediction. Right, so you have to keep that mouse. This is why I made this channel. Shout out to you. I made the channel because we're going in a direction where masculine energy is soon going to be gone. Right, but me making this channel is here to revive the masculine energy. Right, because my grandfather, he was masculine as hell. He straight came from Haiti. My dad was a masculine ass man. These are real put their foot down type shit. You know, I'm just a reflection of them. Right, so it was either we heal the masculine bloodlines or we heal this shit. or this shit dies. I'm not here to do it in a toxic way, or it's just when a woman, when she gotta get protected, she talk about all this shit about, oh, you know, F masculine men, we don't need, but then when the man's trying to beat on her door, then she need a man to protect her. When her car broke down, then that man gotta come save her. Right? So it's a lot of feminists that don't really understand that they need masculine energy. That's why I made this channel. So, but you need that zinc to do that in the first place, right? If you're zinc deficient, your testosterone is going to be low, especially if you're watching porn, especially if you're watching porn, especially if you're going crazy, especially if you're emptying you're emptying your clip. If you're emptying your clip daily, listen, when you're in your 20s, you're gonna be aroused as hell. Like, there's gonna be so many baddies, like, you're gonna go, oof, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I already know. But listen, calm down, take your zinc. If you're gonna go crazy, take your zinc, at least so you could be a man and that shit. Don't be feminine, bro. Take your zinc so you can be a man. Work on your legs, because that legs is where your hormones is at. You know, build that Tyson power. Work on your legs. I like to say sun gazing are very good for the testosterone. Sleep, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I get my 8 hours. Get your 8 hours. If you get your 8 hours, your zinc, that sun and the leg day, you gonna be a god, nigga. You gonna be a demigod, like, for real. Like, you gonna be walking around with you gonna be like, that's the type of energy that you need, right? That intensity, that Mars energy, that Martian energy, right? You gonna be that, right? But you gotta put the work in. You gotta supplement. You gotta be consistent, okay? But a lot of y'all try to get 3 hours of sleep and try to grind, and y'all going backwards. I don't ever get 3 hours of sleep. I always get 8 hours, 8 to 7 hours minimum. Because if I get 3-4 hours, I'm gonna be like, I ain't gonna have that passion. My passion is done. You know what I'm saying? So in order to get that fire, take your zinc. The zinc, look at zinc as like fire, right? But besides that, y'all, make sure y'all are really, like I said, if you're not retaining, right? I'm not the top person to be like, oh, you must be on semen retention, especially if you have a wife. Listen, I know some of y'all creative, y'all advanced, and y'all got some experimental ideas you want to do in bed with your girl. Listen, I understand, right? So that's why I said take your zinc. At least if you're taking your zinc, you're doing your leg days, you're going to the gym, you're in the sun, you're sleeping well. Man, you don't gotta do all that semen retention shit. Just supplement right? You know what I'm saying? There's multimillionaires who don't even do semen retention, but don't bust 4 times a day. Don't release 4 times a day. Like, make it, try to minimalize it. Like, try to make it something that you have control over. You know, don't be a release demon, or I need to release, like, you already know. So I love y'all. Shout out to y'all for being on the channel and learning about yourself on this masculine personal journey. It's been your boy Vase, signing out.